Greenwood Corvette. You're gonna race it and kick butt. Doesn't matter how old you are, he's gonna kick young and old butt, right?
Yes.
He's an indiscriminate butt kicker.
You're giving opportunities to young people.
Well, you got to.
That's all I want, and that's all I need.
You got it, man. You're
know,
gonna
with a
get so
logbook.
much crap from old guys for having this car.
You bring it on, man. Bring it on.
Yes. Well, what's up, people? I am here today with the young man buying the Greenwood Corvette for $5,000. At Genius Garage, we're good on our word. We care about young people and the future of the car culture, and this is actually happening. Who are you?
My name's Sam Avery. I come from upstate New York, and I love cars. I'm a wrench, first and foremost. I work at Greenwood Corvette, building vintage race cars and doing restoration.
So you're like a mechanic there, and you've learned a lot of stuff.
Yeah, the last 3 years. Ever since I left school, I got a job
Cool.
straight out of school.
And those guys have old race cars, Corvette race cars and everything.
All Group 5 and 6, B production,
Neat.
full roll cage.
So you've
purpose-built
already
race
learned
cars.
like all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, and I'm ready for the next challenge, man. And I just, I got blessed here. I definitely got blessed.
Well, I'm glad to have you. So how old are you?
25.
Told you guys that there would be a young guy out there. Also, so let's talk about you. Let's talk about some builds and stuff. So where'd you go to school? What's your deal?
Well, I went to Vassar College. I graduated in 2017.
Here, come on in a little bit too so I can see you. Okay, so graduated in 2017.
2017, yep. I have a degree in media studies.
Nice, okay.
BA in media studies.
So,
and actually, it all started for me with a 1965 Buick Wildcat. I was in
How
my
so?
junior year. I was driving down the road, and I saw it on the side of the road. It had a sign on it for $1,500.
yeah?
And I liked the way it looked. It had
Nice.
shaved door handles. It was all in primer gray. So I went in. I was at a trailer park, knocked on the man's door. He came down. He fired it up for me. He
Yeah.
showed me the reach in through the triangle window to get it open. And that was it, man. I fell in love.
And you restored that yourself?
Yeah, and
You still got it?
Yeah, oh yeah. I'm
Nice.
never getting rid of that. 55,000 original miles.
Come on.
But yeah, I mean,
See,
that
but-
started everything, and I would come home.
And how old were you when you got that?
Don't tell my dad, but I would skip class to work on that.
Would you?
So, yeah.
Don't tell your dad even though he
Yeah.
came with you? All right, awesome. So you told me, okay, let me back up. So you've obviously learned to work on cars a little bit, and a lot. I mean, you've done a lot of stuff, and you built a cool custom BMW motorcycle too.
R80/7.
And you fixed up a 944.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit?
That came running, but it needed some love.
And your deal is you've never spent more than $2,000 in a car.
I've never spent, with one exception. It was the worst mistake of my life.
Oh, what's that?
Oh, I was 18 years old and I knew everything in the world, and I decided I wanted a new car.
Oh, so you lost your butt on
So
it.
I lost my butt, and since then I've never paid more than $2,000 for anything. Right now I drive an 01 Audi S8 with 210,000 miles on it. I got that for $2,000.
and now you're getting a Greenwood car that doesn't even drive or
That's the
anything
most
for
I've
fun.
spent on a car right there.
It does, however, have this cool thing called a history and all that fanciness that makes up for it. And so now you have also actually gotten your road racing license.
Yep, last year.
Tell me about that.
I got my full comp license with SCCA.
Was that the picture of you in front of that Corvette, the red one?
It was a 1965 B production Corvette.
I take it you borrowed that car.
Actually, I built that car
You did?
at Jim Glass Corvette.
Who owns it?
Jim. Well, we sold it since.
Okay.
Actually, a funny story. I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but that car was sold when I drove it to get my license.
Oh.
It was bought and paid for. The transporter was on the way. And
Okay.
I got about 5 calls that day from Jim saying, "You better bring that thing back the way you brought it." So, and he wasn't.
Well, you did.
He wasn't.
Clearly,
Yeah.
this man is a good driver and very respectful. So the perfect one. So you are a rough and tumble, scrappy mechanic guy who's gotten projects done. I like that you seem to know the value of a dollar. You care. You care about the history. You dig the story about Bill having the car Snoopy or William Wessel. So you're into that. So let me ask you this. So you saw my video about selling it. And I talked smack about the car world and like Old Guard and Conquer World and stuff like that, hurting the future car racing and selling it. What did you think and feel when you first saw that video?
Well, honestly, it felt like you were talking to me. It felt like you were reaching through that screen and talking to me.
Yeah.
The way you were talking about it's got to be a young person who's interested in, I think you put it like vintage GM, vintage, General Motors history.
Yeah.
And it was an old Corvette. It was, Snoopy is an old-time racer. These
Oh, yeah.
are like
Rough and tumble.
These are like my idols.
Dating strippers and drinking beer? Okay.
Why the not? wrong with that?
He had a good time, that guy. All right,
But so yeah, I saw that, and the biggest thing, honestly, is the youth. I mean, I've dedicated my life to vintage racing so far.
Nice.
And turning wrenches, and I'm the youngest person there, and I just want to see.
I know what that was like, yeah.
I want to see more people my age. Not to say I don't have fun with the older guys, and they haven't shown me so much, and I'm super grateful for them for making a good road for me into the sport, but I want to see young blood. I want to see it continue. I want to see it have a future.
Right.
I want to see
and you
people
just have your
care
license
about
now.
these
You haven't
cars.
really gotten a race yet.
No,
Okay.
I've done I think 3 live races.
You're going to
with a
get so
logbook.
much crap from old guys for having this car.
Bring it on, man. Bring it on.
Yes. So that's awesome. And what did you think of the car and the car's history when I talked about that?
Well, actually, I immediately looked it up on the Corvette registry, and I found it, and kind of was
You're
able
like,
to
whoa.
verify, kind of cross-reference some facts
Like,
and do
it's
a little
legit.
bit
Yeah,
of homework
yeah.
and just make sure it's all legit. But that's the most important thing about these cars is the history, is the story they could
Story.
tell. If that fiberglass on the floor over there could tell a story, it would be amazing. It would
That's true.
It would blow your mind. So,
I have a feeling you're going to be the guy to make more history. It's not just coveting the history in a collection, but getting it to carry forth into the future.
and this is part of its history now. What Casey's done with it is a huge part of its history. Just the fact
Well,
that it's
I'm just been a custodian and moving it on to where you can do something with it.
to me, that's a huge part of its history because
Yeah.
that's what got it to my door.
Well, and Bill, he sold it to Genius Garage because he saw what the students did with the yellow C4 Riggins car we had and that Carl Keck owned that he had driven once. And it meant so much more to him that the car went to young people than it did some old crony that he didn't give a crap. I mean, he was really serious about that. I know me saying this is going to piss off some old Corvette people, but it's true. He didn't want it to go to them. And when he passed away, the project really stopped. So that's why I got inspired. I knew that it had to do something like this, and it was better to make that movement for our car history to carry forward in the future. And I say vintage racing needs a future too. So if people, whether young or old, do not cultivate that, and I mean actual cultivation, not just like collecting money for a foundation that doesn't do anything and patting yourself on the back. It doesn't do it. You can't just give a kid a baseball card and think they're gonna vintage race. You actually have to spend time with them. You have to help carry forward and do it, and you're getting to do it now.
Yeah.
So awesome.
yeah.
And there's like a zillion people now, like young people that are kind of jealous but really happy for you. And now you got like a whole entourage of people that are like, you better frickin' do it. How do you feel about that?
I'm looking forward to proving myself. I could sit here and blow smoke for hours, but the proof's in the pudding. And you're gonna see it done one day. I'm gonna roll that thing in baby blue out of a trailer, and I'm gonna kick some Group 5.
Group 5, oh wait, which sanctioning body are you in?
SCCA, so
Okay.
we do HRG and VRG.
And they're Group 5.
I'm kicking around Group 5 or Group 6. If I go Group 6, I gotta go unlimited, and I might
Okay.
get my
Oh,
Group 5, I gotta run semi-slicks,
that's okay.
and I might have to get rid of some of the front nose.
That's not so bad. Well, Snoop ran it like that
But
back
still.
then too. Either way, so
Group
kick
5,
some ass.
yeah, kick some ass. Either way, I'm gonna be kicking.
This is awesome. So you're 25, I'm 38. The Genius Garage students are generally always in their late teens, early 20s. So I'm excited about this together too, you guys, because this dude, he's the real deal. Went to school, building cars, building bikes. He's gonna build this. You're going to be racing this thing for years and years and years,
Yeah,
I think.
I
Decades.
think I am.
This is going to be a thing. I hope maybe, too, if you got young people in your area that want to learn, maybe they can help you out or work on it, too. Maybe you can teach them in some
It's
way.
the biggest part, and it's something actually that I mentioned on my YouTube channel, which is brand new.
What's the name of it?
It's Wild Strawberry Garage.
Nice.
That's
And
I
what
call
about you?
myself.
Got Instagram or Facebook or anything like that?
Facebook is Wild Strawberry Garage.
Okay.
Instagram is Wild Strawberry Garage.
Wild Strawberry Garage.
We are the Wild Strawberry. I'm powered by Wild Strawberries. What else do you want? What was the question?
I don't even remember. So you're going to be... What did I just ask him?
You guys remember?
It's going to be... Maybe there's some young people out there that they can't afford a car,
Alright,
they don't have the
yeah.
space,
I
but
put up
maybe
the-
they
I
can
put up the video
work
on
with
my-
you and
yeah.
you can do it together.
I put up a brief video on my YouTube. We were actually just talking about this in the car on the drive
Yeah.
over here. That's the coolest part about this to me is the community that I've surrounded myself
Yes.
with, and that's what I want to showcase.
Okay.
I want to showcase the people. It's about the nuts and the bolts, but you can get that anyway.
Yeah.
I want to showcase the people who are in my life that help me do this, and that
Yes.
we do it together. And a project car as a campfire, as something to congregate around.
Yes.
To make friends, tell stories, tell jokes, have a
just what
couple
it is.
beers. That's the history that we're preserving.
Yeah,
That's
and
the
it's not
history
even
that needs to
preserving,
be
dude.
preserved.
You're continuing it. It didn't
Yeah,
stop.
and it
It
needs
just
the
keeps
future.
going. That's That's why it's so important. I hope you never lose sight of that you are now the future. It's not like that car did its thing in the past and that's all special. It's still going. Yeah. It's still going.
And that's really the most important part about it to me. Age is honestly not important when it comes to the community aspect of it, because I've got, a lot of older friends who teach me so much.
Yeah, same here.
And we just bullshit. We get together and we both.
You're going to have a couple of the crappy ones not like you now.
We're on the same level though,
Sure.
and I don't feel like I have to kowtow or be something I'm not in their presence. It's not that kind of relationship.
Nice. Oh, good. You're really good.
It's just straightforward, straight up. We can bullshit with each other and it's fun. I have just as much fun with those guys.
Nice.
And those are the people I want to showcase, the people in my life who are helping me and who are, just
That's
hanging
really
out in my
fantastic.
car community.
Well, I want to keep you around. I want to update, and I know we'll end up at events together, and I'm looking forward to this being a good relationship.
Me too.
And having Genius Garage growing too, and bringing more young people to carry forth the history in like our own American car homes, because this is American history.
Hell
you know, and it's continuing. So like you're like the new Snoop. You're Snoop too, right? So keep it between the lines, all right? But I think it's going to be great. I guess I'd ask you this too. What do you think of Genius Garage?
Well, from the second I heard about it, actually, it was 3 years ago that I learned about Genius Garage. It was something that I really wanted to pursue. I don't think I ever told you that.
Oh, you didn't?
And it was something I always kept my eye on.
I think you might have mentioned it a little bit.
I did, but I was actually just leaving school when we met for the first time.
Yeah.
And it was something I was super interested in. Mm-hmm. I love what you guys are doing. And I mean, we're here talking about the history, the future of this sport. If you're saying I'm it, you gotta be the godfather over here, because you can't see around what I'm doing, the room we're in right now.
They can.
But it's just
so. There's the MR2 to defeat the evil Avalon King. There's a 1917 Auburn up there. There's the Greenwood car in his the Viper. There's the prototype car that a young man wants to be murdered. There's a Reynard Indy car. Oh my gosh, Fast and Furious Lycan. So and in the other room is a Sopwith camo.
I gotta get this one point up.
Yeah, hit us.
You're giving opportunities to young people.
Well, you got to.
That's all I want, and that's all I need.
You got it, man.
The fact that you're sacrificing your own time to do this in a not-for-profit way, I don't know how to thank you enough. I really don't.
How about a handshake?
You got coronavirus now. I hope you enjoy it.
What did you do that for? Nah, I'm fine.
Okay, I heard you got to find a girl with Lyme disease.
Why?
What goes better together than Corona and Lyme?
Oh, God. Okay, moving on. So I forgot my own name and why we're here. So anyway, this is the guy that's carrying forth the standard young men and women out there. And I look forward to do more with you. We will find him. Again, what was the name of your social media stuff?
Wild Strawberry Garage.
Yeah, what up? Follow him. Be cool. And hopefully the world likes what's going on, because this is it. This is it, people that don't think young people care about old stuff. We're doing it. So get behind it and help. He does. I do. Genius Garage people do. Greenwood Corvette. You're going to race it and kick butt. Doesn't matter how old you are. He's going to kick young and old butt, right?
Yes.
He's an indiscriminate butt kicker.
Yeah. That's
all right.
I couldn't say it better myself.
Right on, man. Well, that's all I got. We got to get you loaded up and back to New York. Safe travels. In the meantime, guys, I hope you very much enjoyed this. Please like, comment, naturally subscribe, but hit that bell so I can give you quality content, not just sensational garbage. And look up Sam.
Thank you.
Right on. See you guys next time.
Tools, tricks, and products that help me do all these automotive adventures. And one of them is ceramic coating by Avalon King. This stuff literally bonds to the molecular level of your paint to keep that long-lasting shine for years. And better than any old conventional wax literally can. Nobody actually has time for wax on, wax off anymore. So give Avalon King a try. You can go down in the description, buy some, you're gonna be glad you did.